Yo, what up, it's Don.
Sammy Lee here.
Raina in the building. Soul Brothers back up in it. First impressions.
Yes.
When you posted this on IG, I thought this was like one of their lifestyle shoes.
I know, right?
I didn't even know what the hell this was.
Yeah. So Puma out of the blue, out of nowhere, released these, and they're like, yeah, it's our new basketball shoe. I was like, okay, and then like all the people are playing in it, and like all the Puma guys.
Right.
And so it's called the Puma Uproar. Yes, it's called the Puma Uproar, and it's $130, man. That's pretty damn expensive. Their Clyde cords are $120, and it has better technology. Like it has the knit, and like this. We'll get into the materials and stuff, but I don't think it's worth $130, especially since the Clyde cord came out. But yeah, I already played in these once yesterday, so let's get into my first impressions. Let's start off with the Tracciones. So it kind of reminds me of the Monster logo with the claw. Yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of. But it's kind of like a mixture of like just straight lines and a little bit of herringbone, and it is a pretty soft rubber. Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty pliable, but it's really deep. So I think the rubber's kind of hard, like pretty hard, but it's soft because it's like long.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like durability should be pretty good. As far as I can tell, it seems like it's gonna last a while.
Well, two totally different colors on both pairs.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Pretty asymmetrical, and it's fully solid. It's not translucent.
Yeah, but traction wasn't that good. It didn't seem that good. Hopefully it breaks in or something, but like the stop and just the grip is it's not that good. Right, so I'm kind of sliding around. It doesn't have a good stop, so we'll have to see. And in the future if it breaks in and stuff like that. But right now it kind of sucks, which is pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
Which that's step number one, but they didn't even do step number one correctly. So hopefully it breaks in. But there's that. Moving on to the cushion. Okay, so it says here cushioning strategically placed for highest level of energy return and response. So so it's a combination. It's a hybrid blend of their Ignite foam and their energy beats. Right, so it reminds me of see the back. Remember that lifestyle shoe that we always see at the Shoe Palace?
Yeah.
When you press that, it's like super soft, and I've tried it on. It's really comfortable. With the energy beats, which is kind of like Boost, because Puma owns the rights to Boost, Adidas calls it Boost, but like there's a different company that's called BASF that makes the actual foam. It's a chemical company, and they also have the rights to that foam or cushioning, and they use it. They call it energy. They color it. It looks really weird when it's colored, but I thought the heel was gonna be really nice, but it sucks. There's absolutely no compression at all. It feels really stiff in the heel. So I'm thinking maybe like they kind of like just slapped it on like a little tile or something, and just like put a little slab of it on. I don't think it's a whole piece or something, because it feels like pretty soft.
Yeah, it's pretty squishy to the touch.
Yeah,
looks kind of real creepy. I don't know. It looks like it doesn't. I don't like the way the energy beads look.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah,
but
yeah. So the heel feels absolutely dead, and then the foam, I believe this is just their Ignite foam, and it's super stiff as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's nothing great about the cushion at all, like really stiff. Hopefully it breaks in and stuff, but I really don't think it's going to, because I would have felt it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the cushion is really stiff. It is pretty low to the ground, I would say, but I was expecting a lot more, especially in the heel, so I was pretty disappointed in that. One thing that is nice about the cushioning is the insole, though. The insole is pretty, really soft. So the stepping comfort is really comfortable. It feels like a memory foam kind of.
Yeah.
Reminds me of like Under Armour insoles.
Wow, this is like very memory. It's almost like a gel material. That's nice.
Yeah, so that feels really nice, but the overall, midsole, just it sucks. So there's that. Hopefully it breaks in though. Moving on to the materials. Also, the materials are pretty shit. Yeah, so it says here, high performance textiles. So it's a textile material, but it kind of feels like tissue paper.
It does.
You know what I'm saying?
It feels real. Yeah, it feels like a paper towel.
Yeah, it feels like a paper towel.
It has the texture of a paper towel.
Yeah, so I mean, it feels really nice on foot, soft. It's pretty thin. It feels supportive and stuff, but like in hand, the quality does not seem to be very good. You know what I'm saying?
I like the gradient they're doing on that though.
Yeah, the gradient.
I wonder how they're doing that on a textile.
Maybe they just spray paint it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so the material in the toe is kind of like the same material in the tongue as well, and they're also using like really shit synthetic materials.
Yeah.
Really shitty. So I mean, the materials are pretty shit.
The actual Puma logo is actually somewhat nice.
Yeah.
Of a material. I mean, I wouldn't say nice, but it's better than the other material.
Yeah.
Which is just real cheap leather.
Yeah.
Synthetic.
You have a dynamic lacing system, which that's what they're calling it, but they're just eyelets, little strap eyelet things. One thing that's cool about the shoe is like it has a tongue, but it's more of like a one booty. It's just the tongue extends out from the one booty.
It's reminds me of the PG3 kind of.
Yeah, exactly. They're calling it an anchor point. It says it's an anchor point in the collar, so it kind of like comes out, and then you can just lace it and it really tightens here on your ankle, which feels nice. I like how the lacing system in one booty works as far as that, because the fit is nice, which we'll get into later. But yeah, overall quality of the materials, you have some TPU here, a pretty soft rubberized plastic it feels like in the heel. But yeah, it feels like quality wise it feels really bad, but on foot it feels nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So which is okay, I don't mind that at all, but it is more expensive than the Clydecorp Disrupts, which is a really nice knit material. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why'd you add $10 to the shoe when the materials are a lot, shittier? So I didn't really like that at all. It does have a pretty high heel tab and tongue as well, so it is pretty easy to slip on, lace up. So I like that.
Some decent padding on the Achilles, it feels like.
Exactly. It feels pretty nice. Not an Achilles pillow, but it's a pretty pronounced lip.
Yeah.
So I didn't really feel any heel slippage or anything like that. Another thing to mention is that the heel does protrude out a lot. You see that?
Yeah, and it's pretty rounded,
yeah,
which would probably help with heel to toe transition.
But
the shoe's pretty flat.
It is, yeah, it's real flat. It doesn't really have a shape. I guess the heel does curve up a little bit.
It's kind of a slapper.
Yeah, it's kind of a slapper, but yeah, especially in the toe. Heel to toe transition would have been nice, a little bit nicer if there was a little bit of compression in the heel,
Yeah.
But there's that. Moving on to the fit. Fit, I went true to size. It's actually a really nice fit. I would say it's more on this like normal to like a little wide, So it's not choking my foot out. It's not super narrow or anything. So if you're a wide footer, you should be pretty good. Maybe even if you have a super wide foot, go up half a size. But yeah, width was good. Just a little bit of width, I would say, for me, since I'm slightly narrow. But other than that, yeah, not a lot of toe space. And I just like the overall fit of the entire shoe and how easy it is to put on and stuff like that. So fit was actually pretty nice. Support in lockdown seems like it's going to be pretty good, especially with the materials.
Yeah, especially, they really put the materials down low.
Yeah.
And on the lateral side, medial side, kind of where you put a lot of torque. You probably should be good. You probably won't be Zion in these two.
Yeah.
Soon.
A lot of their big guys, and Puma signed a lot of big guys, dude.
Yeah.
And a lot of their big guys are wearing it, like DeMarcus Cousins, DeAndre Ayton, and I think Marvin Bagley Jr. is also wearing this as well, besides the Clydecorp Disrupt. So if they're wearing it, it's probably supportive enough, There's that. Also has a pretty pronounced outrigger, which will help with lateral stability. Moving on to the weight.
These ain't light, huh?
I don't know, actually. I'd say around average, like 13, 12,
I've been 13, off my game lately. You see me hit him with a 13.2.
13.2. Whoa, what?
I told you they're heavy.
14.85.
That's heavy.
Damn, that's really heavy. What's wrong?
And it's like not a high.
Yeah. That's real. Like, I think
maybe it's the cushion.
Yeah, I think it's the foam, dude. The foam feels like it's pretty dense, So, but 14.82 is real heavy. That's like almost the LeBron 16 level, Does it feel heavy? Not really. The materials are pretty thin and minimal, so I like that. But yeah, I think most of that is coming from the cushion.
Yeah.
And also in the heel, it does feel a little chunky and a little, bulky as well. So that doesn't really help. But overall, it doesn't feel that heavy. I was pretty surprised. Moving on to the aesthetics, I don't really like them too much.
Nah.
Yeah, and also the colorway, I don't really like. I think this is like the All-Star Charlotte colorway or something.
Yeah.
It's like purple and orange, and then also another thing is like here on this right shoe is black here, and then here on the left is like navy.
Yeah. Wow.
I never noticed. I thought this was black.
Right.
That's like navy,
Yeah, not too hype on these aesthetically. Let us know what you guys think.
But yeah, $130, dude. $130 for pretty shit materials and a really, really stiff lackluster cushion, which I was really disappointed in. But I mean, it's not a huge deal for me because, you know, materials feel nice on foot. Cushion, if they're responsive and impact protection is okay, I'm not super mad at the cushion. Because, you know, like, fit is nice for me, and I'm just hoping the traction breaks in nicely. So we'll have to see on that, and that'll be the main determining category for like how this shoe performs. But anyways, tell us what you guys think of the Puma Uproars. What do you guys think of it aesthetically, and what do you guys think of that price? But that's my first impressions. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next one.
Later.
Peace.